Jopo linalowahoji wale waliotuma maombi kuwa wakuu wa IEBC ilianza mchakato huo unaowalenga watu 36 waliokuwa wameorodheshwa kuhojiwa. Vincent Kimutai Kimosop alikuwa wa kwanza mbele ya jopo hilo linaloongozwa na Bernadette Musundi kabla ya Professor Johnson Masai, Professor Kizito Okola Nyongesa na Ismail Buro Hassan. Mahojiano hayo yanatarajiwa kumalizika katika wiki 2 zijazo.
What are your views on the recommendations they made?
I think if you read, this is I did a summary of the recommendations.
Yes.
There are some things that are progressive, particularly in giving ground, for example, on the transmission of the results, particularly for the presidency. But there are also certain provisions that I believe we may agree currently, but at some point we will need to have conversation, particularly in meeting some of those timelines on the amendments provided. When I read the provisions of the law, I see directions whereby one of the questions that I would ask, how do we balance between providing legislative clarity and the independence of the Commission? So I think for now, politically, it may be expedient for the purposes of preparing for the next election, but I think there will come a time where even maybe as commissioners we will have to have that conversation so that we don't have overly prescribing everything for the Commission in legislation. I think some things can be left to, we need to allow room for innovativeness. For example, when we say 6 months to the elections, we have to make certain procurements. What happens when we have the law that guides the procurement if we are not able to meet those guidelines? So there is room for dialogue, but for the moment it is good it has been able to move the country forward.